Welcome to Zen Tech Teach, your center for teacher-created resources and tutorials. Hey everyone, I'm Caitlin. Thanks for joining me here at ZTT today. We're going to be going over a tutorial on how to create a updatable and linked digital notebook that you can share with your students on any learning management system that students will be able to access throughout the marking period or the semester or the year. You'll be able to use this notebook for a variety of options: notes, writer's notebook, prompts, investigations. And the best part is you don't have to pre-create all of the pages in advance. So what's great about this tutorial, you're going to have a lot more flexibility. And right now, with all of us being affected by the COVID pandemic, some of us are hybrid, some of us are fully virtual, some of us are in and out of school. Having flexibility and having these digital notebooks is so helpful. So let's get going. To create a linked digital notebook, you need to start with a digital notebook that you already have. So this digital notebook is something that I use with my students as a reflection notebook. So the course I teach is 10 weeks long. At the end of each week, I want them to reflect on the activities that they've completed. So I might have an idea of maybe what the first couple prompts might be, but depending on what we cover in the marking period, I have a lot of blank pages built in. I'm going to explain why we have this. So taking either a notebook that you have already used in the past or creating one right now to use with this tutorial. I have up in my Teachers Pay Teachers shop a great resource that has composition notebook covers. So you get all different cute little covers that you can use. I have different little binder tabs, different types of paper. This is a great resource if you're just starting and you've never done a digital notebook before. You can check that out in my Teachers Pay Teachers shop. But essentially what you want to do is open up a new slides deck, and you're going to create the notebook shape that you want. You can go under page setup. I made mine the same page as like a printed paper in case this is something I ever want to print. You could start with a cover and know that once this is shared with students, they will be able to move anything that you can move. So if you would like to create something that students cannot undo, you can always take a screenshot of your cover and maybe use that screenshot as your first slide, either by placing it on the first slide or even using it as the background of a slide by choosing an image. So once you have your notebook set up in Google Slides, go on to the next part of this tutorial. And if you have never created an interactive digital notebook before, check out my video on how to do that before you move on with this linked tutorial. You're going to start with what I'm going to call your master copy. And this is your version of the notebook that you're going to add updates to. You want to start with as many pages as you might need long term. So it's better to have more pages that the students don't use instead of having to try to add them in later. So my course is a 10-week course, and this is a reflection notebook. So every week the students will write a reflection on what they achieved that week. So I've put 10 pages in. But, you know, some kids might write more than one page, so I'm going to add a few more so that we have some flexibility. I start with the cover, and this is my copy. So this is where week by week I'll build in my prompts. Here's the deal. You want your master copy to be the final copy. So if you're not sure about a prompt, or you're not sure how you want it to look, build it out in another slides deck. Let this be your perfect copy, and you'll see why. To make the student copy, we're going to go to File, Make a Copy, and let's do just the front page first, so selected slide. And now I'm going to call this student copy so I don't get confused. I'm going to come back and highlight all of my pages. I'm going to hit Control-C to copy them over. And now I'm going to paste them in the student version. You want these to link to your original presentation. Yes, link. And now every slide is going to have this link option. When you send this out to your students in Schoology or Google Classroom, it's going to make a copy of this presentation that will still be linked for your students. When we make a change in the master copy, so I'm just gonna pull this over onto page 3. And for the sake of this demo, I'm gonna just change this to week 3. If I go back to my student copy and I click the same slide, slide 3, there's now going to be an update button. And if students click update, they will get my prompt. Here's my suggestion. When a student finishes the page, I highly suggest you teach them to unlink the page. Here's why. If we come back into our master copy, and now we're going to slide 4. If a student clicks update and they begin to answer, and it's still linked to our original, if we make any changes to the original, and they hit update again, their work will vanish. If they unlink, they will no longer be able to update this slide. All future slides will still be linked and updatable. I hope this is really helpful. I'm excited to use this year. So there we have it, crew. Reach out on Insta, show me what you made. Let's connect. Let's chat about digital notebooks. Check it out.